Bucktown Academy. Welcome to art class. For those of you that do not know me, my name is Miss Jess. I am just right next door, and I am going to be doing art with you guys. Since it is our first class, we are going to be making a color wheel. That's going to be a placemat. So this will be something that you guys will be able to do your artwork on, so our table doesn't get quite so messy, okay? So we're gonna be working with our primary colors. So we're gonna be working with, friends, what's this color? Yellow, you got it. And what's this color? Red, just like my smock. And let's see, what's this color? Yep, blue, like your smocks. So we are gonna be using these colors to mix up our other colors too, and we're gonna make the whole color wheel, which just kind of looks like the rainbow in a circle, okay? And since this is gonna be an outer space color wheel, we are going to be using some fun shapes like, what does this look like? Yep, like a rocket ship. Let's see, ooh, this is one of my favorites. We're gonna be using a star shape, and this kind of looks like a big star. It's actually the biggest star in the galaxy. What is this? It's gonna be the sun. We're also gonna be working with a couple of circles, and then I also have a planet that kind of looks like it has some rings around it. Yeah, like Saturn. And then in the middle, we are gonna be able to decorate this guy, who's gonna be a little astronaut, okay? And we're gonna be able to kind of decorate him however we want. The first thing that we're going to do though is we're gonna put some stars on this big black piece of paper. This is what it's gonna be our background. And what I'm gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna take you guys down this way so you can see what I'm working on, okay? So we're gonna be mixing up all of our colors, and we're gonna be doing it all and putting it onto our big piece of paper, okay? I also have some glue that we're gonna use and some brushes. I have a little cup of water and a mixing palette. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna do, you guys are gonna be sharing some oil pastels. Oil pastels are just kind of like the cousin of a crayon. They're very smooth and very cool. And we're just gonna decorate our background, okay? Now, when I say we're gonna decorate our background, we're not just gonna scribble all over. We're gonna make some stars. And even if we're not super great at making stars, you can always practice. I always like to just make my stars as little dots of different sizes. I know that's probably hard to see. You can make a little dot, a big dot. You could also make a little swirly. You can make a little crisscross. And see how they're slowly starting to look like stars? When you look up at the sky at nighttime, you don't necessarily see the exact star shape. You just kind of see some bright twinkling lights, right? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put our stars all around. And I'm just filling up my night sky. Now I'm using yellow. I'm also gonna use some white too. I'm just putting stars all over. And put some little polka dots. I'll do some more swirlies too. I like the swirlies. And notice how I'm kind of jumping around and doing all over my background, okay? I'm gonna look at it, might need some more right here, over here. Okay, I think that's looking pretty good. All right, now that I have my background all done, I'm gonna put this over to the side. Maybe I'll put my name on the back first, all right? So I'll write Miss Jess. See if you guys can see that, Miss Jess. Then I'm gonna put this over to the side. Now, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started on my shapes. The first shape that I'm gonna start with is, what shape is this? It's a star. Now, what color do you guys think of when you think of a star? What color of the rainbow? We're gonna do one of our primary colors. Our first primary color that we're gonna do is yellow. So I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze some yellow. I don't need very much. I'm just gonna do a little bit. And then I'm gonna take my brush. I'm gonna go ahead and paint my star all yellow. I'm getting the corners. I also have brown paper down on my table right now. In the future, we will have our placemats to use. I'm even gonna use this placemat as my placemat when I do all these projects with you guys. Okay, so once I have my star all yellow, I'm gonna go ahead and put that to the side. And then I'm gonna use the same paint again. This time, I'm gonna paint my sun. I'm gonna add in a little squeeze of red, okay? Now notice, and I'll talk about this a lot through our classes, which color do I have more of? Do I have more yellow or more red? Yeah, I have more yellow because yellow has a weaker pigment, a weaker color than red. Okay, so if I put the same amount of red as yellow, then it would be, my orange color would be way too red. Now what's happening to my red and my yellow? They're making orange. Kind of looks like I mixed up some ketchup and mustard. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and start painting my sun. Okay. And notice how I'm putting one finger down and then painting with my other hand. Just holding it down. I'm not putting my whole hand down because I don't want to get too messy. Is it okay if I get one finger messy? Sure. I'm just holding it down, painting, painting, painting. There we go. That looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and take my sun. What color is my sun? Orange. That's right. That's right. Okay, I'm going to put that over to the side. I'm going to give my brush a little wash. And now, let's see. We are going to get started with, let's do red. Let's kind of move our way around our circle here. Okay, I'm putting mine in a clean spot because it's kind of messy right there and I don't want to make my circle all orange. I want to make it red. So I'm going to be adding red onto my little palette. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to paint this circle all red. Now you guys have two circles. You kind of have a smaller circle and a bigger circle. I'm painting my bigger circle red. But if you get them switched around, that's okay. Okay, we just want one of the circles to be red. And I'm going to, we did this a lot last year. Once I get all painted, I'm going to take the end of my brush and I'm going to do some squiggles. Okay, I'll just give it a little bit of a texture. And you know what the fun thing about doing this too is if you put in squiggles and you don't like them, you can always clear them out and do it again. Or you can put lines. I'm gonna do lines and then squiggles. Now I know this does look, it's not super bright red like my smock, but it is red. And that is a-okay. Okay, so once I have that all finished, I'm gonna go ahead and put that over to the side to start drying as well. And then I'm gonna use the same red. Now what other color could I make that has red in it? I already made my orange. Let's see, if I add, what's this color? Blue to my red, what do you guys think will happen? Let's try it out. Now again, this time, blue has a stronger pigment than red, so we need less blue than we have the red. So I'm just gonna give a little dot of few dots. Check it out. Just a little bit. And then since I already have red on my brush, I'm gonna go ahead and mix it together. We're gonna see what color we have. It's really dark, friends. But you know what the cool thing is that once we start painting, you'll see how light it is. Or this time we're gonna paint our rocket ship. So we're gonna paint our rocket ship all purple. So I'm doing all purple on my rocket ship, getting those edges. Again, I'm just doing one finger, holding it down. I'm not putting my whole hand on it. My whole hand isn't getting messy, just one finger. And I'm brushing, brushing, brushing. Okay, now we have our purple rocket ship all finished. And again, I'm gonna wash off my brush. Now, what primary color have we not used yet? Let's see, we've used yellow, and we've used red. Which one are we missing? Blue? Yep, you guys got it. So we're gonna use a little bit of blue. Now, I didn't fill the whole thing up with blue because we really don't need very much, and we are gonna be adding yellow to this once we're all done painting. I'm gonna call this Saturn. And again, I'm gonna find a little clean spot, and I'm gonna go ahead and use my blue, and I'm gonna paint all of Saturn. If you guys want to get fancy and kind of do those rings a little bit too, you can go ahead and do that as well. I'm going to go ahead and just fill that all up with my blue. And then you have your blue Saturn. And I'm going to put that to the side. And then we're missing one color. So to my yellow before, I added red, and that made orange. To my red, I added blue, and that made purple. So what color do you guys think I'm gonna add to my blue? Yep, I'm gonna add my yellow. Okay, and I'm gonna really put as much yellow as I can in there because blue is a stronger pigment than yellow, so you're gonna need more blue than yellow to make it nice and bright green. This is looking pretty green. All right, and then we're gonna paint our last little circle here, all green. I'm just gonna put it right here. Again, I'm just using one finger to hold this down as I paint with my other hand. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. We have a green planet. Ooh, you guys could also do the same thing again with the bottom of your brush. You can do some squigglies. I'm gonna make a little kind of checkerboard here. Nothing too fancy. Okay, so now we have, how many colors did we make? We made, let's see, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, and we have 4. 5, and 6. Okay, so we have 6 colors that we did. Beautiful. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use some oil pastels, and we're gonna color this guy. And you can get super fancy or you can make them super simple. It is up to you. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in. I'm just gonna fill in the helmet here. This is our astronaut. I'm gonna pretend like this is me, Miss Jess in outer space. So Miss Jess in outer space, you know what she needs? She needs her smock or apron. And what color is my apron? It's red. Yeah. I know if I would be up in space, I would definitely need to be doing some art, right? Okay, so I'm gonna put my smock on here. Now, can you guys make a rainbow on your astronaut? Sure. Could you give your astronaut some polka dots? Why not? What about stripes? Of course. You guys can do whatever you want on your astronaut. Again, I want my astronaut to kind of look like me, so I'm gonna put, we're like twins. See? So now I'm gonna go ahead and glue this all together on my placemat. Now, I know this placemat seems like it's not gonna be very good on keeping our table clean, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be laminating these, so then they'll be nice and shiny. It's kind of like a plastic covering on this, so every day after art you guys will be able to wipe down your own placemat. Okay, so first I'm gonna put Miss Jess, the astronaut, in the center of my paper. Okay, there she is in outer space. And I'm gonna go ahead and start putting all of these different shapes around in a circle. Okay, so I'm starting with the rocket ship. Now remember, what two colors did we use to make the rocket ship? We used blue and red. So we want those on both sides. So we're gonna use this placemat a lot to look at and see how do we mix up our colors. Now you might have to kind of move them around a little bit. You could also lay them out first and then glue down. Okay, so then next to my blue, I also use blue to make, what's this color? Green. So I'm gonna put my green circle right here. And then next to my green, I'm gonna go ahead and put my yellow star. Because I use yellow and blue to make my green. And then what color do I have left? What am I missing? If I mix together red and yellow, I get orange. So I have this big space down here that'll be perfect for my orange. And I'm just gonna spread these out just a little bit, okay? And then what I'm going to do, I will pick these up and I am going to put your name on these as well. So we know that this is Miss Jess's placemat, okay? Then you guys will be able to do art on this every week with me, okay? So you guys are all finished. Or keep on working, take your time. If you have any questions, of course, always let me know. But it was so great to meet you, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thanks for doing art with me today. Bye.